Tried it.
We have this little turn of the camera.
You know how it turns on, bro?
It's supposed to be through the, I don't know about the,
Should I go off live? Yeah.
move the thing off.
What do you mean?
The sensor, the camera sensor.
Take it off?
That's the regular laptop
Yeah.
camera. How do you use that?
That's valid.
Walking around on stand. So let's start this switch. Oh, we back. Oh, yo. Yeah. Y'all know what time it is.
My youth then.
It's another Sunday
My youth
afternoon.
then.
Beautiful in Queens, New York. Where we at? To the right of me.
Are you done though?
It's cause you already know.
I'm surprised I remember that.
Oh,
Let's see if I got this one, man. To the left, man.
Joe.
Oh,
those guys. Those are 2 times.
You're ready, man. Independence Weekend, man. And yo, the man who's here in our spirits right now,
Yes. The one and only.
Beautiful.
Keep your hands up. You know what I mean? Yo, ain't asking what's the deal.
Shout out to our brother, man.
Baby Acid
Congratulations.
has arrived. The heir to the throne. The successor
To
the Jones Hour podcast trio.
the acid estate.
And the estate of the acid. Shout out Mrs. Acid. Blessings.
Queen of the acid estate.
My lady.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I do know what you're saying.
Do we name drop the baby? Should we shout out the name drop?
Nah, we should wait.
We should wait.
We should wait.
Baby acid.
But baby acid
We'll
for now.
We'll wait till he's here.
Yeah. Let him introduce to the world.
Blessings, man.
Next is my son. I can't wait. We got a month. We got about a month for
Joe, we born to die.
Hey.
we just born. Fresh.
Just born.
out
yeah.
the womb.
Can't wait, man.
We can't wait. Stop.
Blessings, man.
You
Blessings,
done know.
blessings.
You done know. You
Oh, my guy.
motherfucking done know. Yo, Kush, welcome back, man.
It's been a
We
minute.
missed you.
I
Fucking
miss
happy
y'all.
Father's Day. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, man. Your word.
Shit like that.
Thank you, man.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
eat through on one of those.
Oh, thanks.
Eat through.
Thanks.
You know what I mean?
My first. It was
You know what I'm
officially
saying?
my first.
I'll bless you with that. You
Well,
know?
shout out to us. Shout out to
The
us. We here, man. But I think one more game. One more game. We get right into this baseball
Let's do it.
report.
Bebu says so.
I want to start with the Metropolitans this week. I want to start with them. I feel like you got a lot to say.
I do.
Here's your time. Get your beer out. Where's your beer?
Yeah, I'm looking. You see
I think
me?
it's under the chair.
Oh,
over there.
thank you.
It's under the chair over there.
Thank you.
I
Listen,
might
man,
have kicked it over before,
it's okay.
but it was by mistake.
I do have to say it's been a while, but to our avid listeners, you know,
Just put the
who's
number.
on it, who knows about the rants, who knows about the type of time I was on about the Mets. I've been absent for a few weeks. Yeah, they didn't need me to talk about what's going on with the Mets.
Word up.
Did you? If anything
No,
was more
no,
self-explanatory.
You are the all things Mets. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I understand. No, I understand my duty, and I apologize for not being here. But you know, you get the point I was trying to get at. You know what I mean?
No, but your perspective is funny.
Listen,
Your perspective is funny because
Funny. Jones,
yeah.
not only funny,
Yeah, it's
accurate.
Touche.
Accurate.
Kush,
Accurate.
Kush dropped it.
Y'all thought I was bugging.
Thought he was bugging.
Y'all thought I was tripping. It's too
Thought he
early.
was
It's
tripping.
baseball.
It's too early. It's baseball.
I saw the blood in the water, man.
Saw it like a
Saw it.
shark.
Saw it.
Like a
Oh,
shark.
I wasn't the shark. I just saw the blood.
Oh,
The Sharks jumped on the Mets.
you cripping today.
You know what I'm saying? No, man. Happy
Oh,
Independence
nah,
Weekend.
word, yeah.
USA, baby.
Word, sorry.
Yeah.
I feel you.
I got my red,
Nothing
white,
game
and blue,
related.
my stars.
Nothing game with it.
No, nothing like that, man.
Not even me
No.
with this shirt.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, man.
Oh man,
The
we
Mets,
might
what
have
can I
lost the IG. Let's try to get it back.
Yeah, let's try to get IG back.
And then
But
share.
on a realer note, what can I say? We're approximately 17 and a half games back. That's where Gold Blood works negative.
17. I thought it was 10.
No.
10 games out of the wild card, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 10 games out.
17 behind the Braves.
Yeah.
Behind the Braves. I mean, like, we're in fucking July, bro.
Yeah.
Excuse my language.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like, why should we be like, oh yeah, wild card? No. That's some fucking like late August type of mentality. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real.
No, you're right.
Like, yeah, we're 17 out. Let's break this in two halves. I was telling y'all what was happening. We didn't fill the holes that we needed to fill, and the players are still underperforming. Our key players, the players that had us at 100 games last season, it's not gonna rock. I was telling y'all, it's too much of a drop off for that to be an okay thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they try to balance everything out. So what they do, they bring the rooks in. Great, I was the advocate for it. You know what I mean? I mean, they still got bogey backs going in and out. You know what I mean, or whatever. But like, come on, bro. Like Alvarez, shout him. Like they're doing the best they can. I can't even imagine what that environment, what that clubhouse is right now. You know what I mean? Like walking in, like it's just so defeating. And look, I'm coming off a Giants win. We played tonight, but I'm coming off the Giants win where Alvarez smacked a home. You know what I mean? Had a little thing. But there's a lot of things. Fucking Nimmo wants to start hitting for power, which is all fine and dandy. But look at how but you've seen how the home run and little push should have affected the Yankees in certain ways that kind of pinch at you as a base.
That boomer bust type of thing.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Why did we pay Nimmo? Why was he wasn't our fucking home run hitter. He's our fucking leadoff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why are we paying him? Now he wants to change his whole mentality to start smacking home runs. He went on fucking like 15 games or some shit like that. We're like having like 2 hits.
Right.
It was crazy. Like we're having like all-time lows, bro. Like I said, we had a batting check last year. He wasn't 30, he's not 38 years old. No. Why is there such a drop off? I'm not saying be a batting check now.
At least 300.
Be par. Show us what you at. And our superstars. Alonso got hurt. You know what I mean? I give you a little bit thing, and he was actually like holding us afloat. But fucking Lindor, bro. Like, come on, man. Like we brought you in. Like you was the number one piece to start this whole thing. Let's lock up Lindor. Let's do it. Now I get it. Look, honestly, I don't want to beat the Lindor drum on like hating, not hating, but like coming at him too much because he still is a great shortstop defensively. You know what I mean? You can't take that away from him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Our whole thing is just what he's producing offensively and what we've expected him to do offensively. You know what I mean? He hasn't come up to our expectations. You know, that's a different story. But out of who we could have, that's why we can't. I don't want to like knock him too much. Right. But where I can knock it is the Scherzer and Verlander shit. Verlander had a good outing yesterday. I feel you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's been more consistent out of any of them.
Out of any of them. But like, this is what the Mets banked on when doing this. Their plan Bs are not showing up. Kodai Senga is still having a tough
time. So they plan A's either.
No. But that's the whole point of a plan B. It's like, okay, well, if they're underperforming, let's have this stuff. Fucking Quintana? We haven't even seen him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you could kind of relate with Rendon, even though I just saw update. We're going to get to the Yankees in a few, but update, he's coming back July 7th. That's the estimated time of arrival, the ETA.
Yeah, let's hope that pans out.
Oh, man, y'all need every single thing.
We need some pitching. We got cold today.
But, for example, bro, like, that these aren't working out. You know what I mean? McGill has been atrocious. You know what I mean? I don't see this getting better, and I haven't seen it. And I haven't seen it getting better for a long time now. And I did the whole "it's baseball, have patience" thing. But can you sit here, Jones, and tell me that I was bugging?
Nah, you wasn't. Actually, I was bugging for doubting you. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, damn, son, you fighting on your own team. What you doing? He's like, yo, the writing's on the wall. This is what I see happening. Like, what I'm saying is worst case scenario. And guess what happened? Worst case scenario. That's what we're seeing right now in comparison to being what they won. They won 101 games last year. Only because of the head-to-head in Atlanta that finished with the same exact record. It's the reason why you didn't, you didn't take the division and got it as a wild card. That's the only difference, So, I mean, so to fall off to where they are right now, how like almost 10 games under 500.
It is crazy though, right?
Like Atlanta, we knew Atlanta was gonna be nice going into it. I mean, they just came off a World Series not too long ago, and I felt like Okuna and the rest of them,
Mhm.
like
Acuna, Ozuna, all of them.
no, but Ronald Acuna Jr. He's the
No, he's
fucking-
fucking MVP almost. for
Yeah,
NL.
he's the best player almost in
Yeah.
baseball right now. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're seeing right now. What's being put
Yeah.
out there, and with his performance night in and night out. But the Mets should have been in that second place, if not battling with them. When you're going against them, those games was meaningful.
I'm gonna
or
put that.
something
I'm
like
gonna put that out there again. 17 and a half. You get what I'm saying? That's the drop off.
Mhm.
That's where it's like, yo, what the fuck,
Mhm.
bro? We essentially ran it back.
Mhm.
We essentially ran it back, bro.
Mhm.
We actually had additions. We ran the team. So the drop off is too big, and I saw it, and I wasn't trying to be a Debbie Downer, and I'm not trying to hate on my own team. I fucking love the Mets. I still fucking watch the Mets games, and it still fucking makes me miserable.
Right.
It sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm looking at it. Like, don't get me wrong.
Try to
That-
tell you what.
Don't get me wrong. That 0.1% still out there.
Mhm.
It's still half a season left,
You're right.
right?
Right.
Anything is possible.
It's a fact.
But at this point,
It's going to be
I think we should reevaluate. That's my real feeling, man.
Mhm.
We should
I
reevaluate.
got just one question for you.
Sure.
Cohen got the bread.
Mhm.
You see where you at right now.
Mhm.
See what's going on.
Mhm.
Do you want him to spend more to bring people to feel like the season's not over? Let's push back and make a run, or let it rock, play the season out the way it is, and start fresh next season.
He should do both at a deadline. So let me expand on that. Do the first part, spend the bread
Mhm.
if he sees a change.
Mhm.
If he
Or
sees
see
a
something
spark.
worth it, right?
But there has to be a deadline where it's like our pay.
You have to be this amount, this close by this date. You know,
And if they have ideas in their head and to make moves with training players, if that's the case,
Mhm.
then there has to be a cutoff at the trading deadline point. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, or right before it, where it's like, okay, if you don't show me this type of, or if I don't see this type of performance by here, people are going. I'm gonna make these moves that we were thinking about making,
Mhm.
or that's where you reevaluate because trade deadline is trade deadline. Like, it takes two to tango. If you can't get the trade off, you can't get the trade off.
Right.
But you're gonna have to reevaluate for next season.
Mhm.
Because what else are you gonna do at that point?
Yeah,
You gotta write it out.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So I guess the bigger question is, do you think the Mets are gonna turn it around by then?
The crazy part is like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
The crazy part
Like
is,
I feel like they can. I feel like they have it. I feel like they're just sometimes just one pitch or one play away from winning games to losing games every game. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, not
Sometimes
really.
it's really blowouts, but other times it's like,
Not really,
you know.
man. It's been nobody has shot themselves in the foot more than the Mets. At this very moment, I really look at us worse than the Athletics because at least the Athletics got no talent.
mhm.
So where do you excuse it? You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. I'm like, bro, yeah, obviously you feel like we could pull it around. You look at us on paper, of course we could fucking pull it around.
Right.
That's the whole gimme here.
Mhm.
It's what the fuck is the drop off about? Now, if it's the whole team not playing to their baseball card, I guess there's a deeper question there.
Mhm.
Is it managing? Is it mentality? Is it clubhouse? No, like let's be
Is it
logistical.
steroids.
No, because at least we'll be winning. I wish.
Steroids was last year.
Sticky stuff, like we can't. They play runs on us.
Mhm.
What do we want to see? Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. I am now at a point with the Mets. I'm 3 C's, man. Cool, calm, collective.
I like that.
I'm riding out.
Go ahead.
I'm riding out. Let's
Alright.
just let's see what it is because, and we'll get into this more next week, maybe the week after. Whatever time All-Star break is, for MLB.
Mhm.
But we'll get into it. But I'll bring up the options that we have. and I'll see, and we'll talk about. We'll see if you really think it's worth it,
Mm-hmm.
or just let's just ride it out because the options will be better at the end of the season, and we'll figure that part out with the Mets.
Yeah, we'll see. Because I mean, the moves was made to be way better than where they're at right now, based off of what they did last season. Looking like only they boosted areas that they might have been lacking at in the season prior. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I don't know what's gonna come of it.
It's miscalculations, bro. No. That's all it is. They thought that they were making the upgrades and they miscalculated.
Mm-hmm.
They're paying an exorbitant amount of money to just
$340 million
in general, but also to two players that have a possibility of being on the downside
washed
of
out.
everything.
Mm-hmm. That's Scherzer and Verlander.
To expect for them to be themselves or better, I think for their plan Bs were faulty, which is why I feel like it was a miscalculation. So who do you blame that on? Eckler. Not saying he was totally bad. He made great moves. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? Like I like Kodak.
It looked like it.
Yo, no, I like Kodak. Like he did make some good things. Like I get the ideology of it. But bro, we're here now. Hindsight's 2020, and you got to bear the cross, right?
Right.
You made the move. I think it's only fair for us to feel this type of way and to comment on it.
Nah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like, sorry, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
How about the Yankees?
The Yankees, I mean, here's the thing, man. We played Oakland. We had back-to-back 10-run games. It looked like, this could be a turning point. We was doing our thing, smacked them. Herman threw the perfect game, which, in all calculations, to me means we won in the World Series. Because every time the Yankees have thrown a perfect game, they've won the World Series. So to me,
Couldn't happen. I'm more of a dickhead though.
Yeah, to me, I'm about to put that bet in. I got a little $5 to let ride, and I'm gonna make that happen for the Yankees. After that, you know what I'm saying? I think we could basically rule out Judge at least until maybe the playoff time. He could maybe possibly come back when we're making a run, and that could be the difference. But in actuality, I think that toe injury is way more severe. Needs to be. We talked about it way more, handled way more. With a wider lens on it. You know what I'm saying? In terms of not rushing and not causing further damage, because the foot is just such a sensitive area.
And the difference between like a bone break and actually ligament damage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The time, the sensitivity in terms of like healing of both those things. A bone break is generally more a direct heal.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you 4 or 5 weeks in a cast, you good.
You're good. This is way different.
You have to wait till tensions build up. You got to make sure the ligament, hold the strength that it used to and all
and
that.
The tension and the pushing off on the swing, all of that.
It gives you more of a gray area than it's more black and white, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he could come back losing a step or be a step or swing slower a little bit.
Oh,
and it could affect. I mean, God forbid it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Judge is my man's. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's the heir to Jeter, so to speak. All he needs is that ring, which this year we probably get. But I feel like he can come back in like a September, October time and help us make a run. I think that would be wise of them to do that and not try to rush it back neither.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you're spending, not the Mets money, but we're spending a good amount of money also. We have those players.
You up there? We top out.
Yeah,
we top out.
Those players up there on paper that's supposed to be performing way better than what we're seeing. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully people get it together. Hopefully this Oakland series was able to do that, even though then we lose game 1 to St. Louis, but we win game 2.
Mm-hmm.
Today is the rubber game of that matchup, of that 3-game set in St. Louis. But we do got Cole on the mound today, so it's like as struggling. We've been with 14-4 when he starts, so odds are we could bring that up. Go ahead.
Quick question, just to you. So I know. You said you're making the bet. You're throwing that bet in, right?
Yes.
Perfect game.
Right. Perfect game.
Right.
Yeah.
But that aside, where do you actually see the Yankees going if Aaron Judge is only back for around playoff time.
No, we're definitely a wild card team.
Yeah,
I think Tampa solidifies that. I'm not saying. I mean,
No, I was just trying to separate because I know what you was trying to say. I know what you meant. Yeah.
No, I feel you. But
Yeah.
we see it in all sports every year in a different sport where you have like this lower seed Cinderella type of story where a team comes back and they're able to do way more than anybody ever thought of. You know what I'm saying? So they could be, I mean, a 5th seed or something like that. Make it in, you know, playing a lot of games on the road, but you know, crushing in New York. You know, Judge's back. It's a big difference. We go on a run. Like you said, Rendon is coming back. So let's see what he's able to do for us, you know, in a rotation.
Can I throw some? It's gonna end up being Yankee hate.
Okay.
But maybe you could relate because you know I hate this dude.
Okay, let me hear.
Not because he's a Yankee, because I hate him.
Okay.
Yo, the Sean Carlo drop off.
Yo,
That shit might that bugs you the fuck out, don't it? Because it's like I obviously I don't give a fuck because he has nothing to do with me anymore. Now he's out the National League and all that. But it's like, bro, fuck you.
No, this is what I be talking about with these long-term baseball contracts.
10 years?
10 years and better. There's no way any baseball player that you know has been solidified to be able 10 years and you do. The ones that are the greats. And that's like fucking Trout right now. Trout is probably the only one that's had a 10-year run.
One who hasn't started off their contract great yet, but who has possibilities, Tatis. He signed at 13, I think, right?
Yeah. But it's like it's
He
ridiculous.
didn't start off great with
It's ridiculous amount of money. You know what I'm saying? The 13, the players is not more. They don't care. It's 13 years of millions of dollars being cash. You have guaranteed contracts, which I'm not even going to get into the fact of why baseball is fucking open market, but football and basketball both have a cap. You know what I'm saying? I think it might be the skin color of the players that have a big deal to do with that on the mass. But that's a different Jones Hour episode. That's Jones Hour after dark type shit.
At the top.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because we get in. That's woke sessions. You know what I'm saying? Can I get a...
You
know, because I'm dropping bars. No, that's all right. Fix your headphones.
No. The camera. Should I click it?
I guess so.
Yeah, just try to see. You keep going.
But that's what I'm talking about. You know. But I feel Yankees gonna make it, bro.
I'll tell you this. I'm gonna say this, correct? Because we in the New York Baseball Report. That the Yankees at this very moment, are the ones that I feel like are gonna be playing the meaningful baseball in New York.
Right.
At this very moment, because obviously anything is possible. Disney World, yeah. Listen, I'm with you. I don't play the lotto expecting to win it. Do you?
Yeah.
Really? Every time?
Every time.
All right, different. We different. If it happens, it happens, baby.
No, I'll be trying to win.
No, yeah, I hear you. I don't, man.
Every time
if it happens, it happens, man. You'll drive yourself nuts, bro.
Nah, I spend usually like no more than $10.
Okay, specific.
Yeah.
No, but you know what?
Like right now, I'm about to do it. Like
You get what I'm trying to say, though, right?
Nobody's won the Mega Million or the Powerball.
Okay, here we go.
They both
Lotto
like
shout out.
500, 400 million. I have nothing to lose.
No, I
spend
didn't say that.
$10 a week on worse things.
You know what I was trying to say, right?
What are you trying to say?
That with the Mets and the small percentage of them actually making a big run now, I'm not gonna put my money into that pot of feelings. Like my feelings is there. It's like I said, it's like playing the lotto. I'm not gonna put all my feelings and say, yeah, you know what I mean? This is the night. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm trying. Well, if it happens, then it happens, and that's how I'm gonna play this.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna put $5 up for my Yankees.
No, do it. No, that's you should definitely do it.
Yeah, we second and we in 5th right now overall.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We a game above.
Say it, man. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Tampa's in 1st. Texas is in 1st. Minnesota's in 1st.
Yo, Texas without the Grom, crazy, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Their offense is good
And
too,
then,
man.
and then the 3 wild card teams is Baltimore, New York, and Houston. And Toronto's a half a game out, and the Angels is 2 games out.
Bro,
Boston is 3.5 out. You know what I'm saying? It's tight.
bro, I gotta say this, yo. Ohtani got like 30-something home runs, man.
Uh-huh.
I love that man, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he got 30.
No, I do,
He
man.
just hit 30.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like he really is
He's-
a beast, bro.
I wish he was in.
I would.
Damn.
Yeah,
I'd
man.
have
Oh,
Ohtani
God,
jersey.
bro.
I'd have the jersey.
I'm gonna get one soon.
I'd have to get
You know I have to. Go blood. You know I got the
okay.
17.
Yeah, no. I mean, only if he's in the pinstripes.
No, and I respect that. No, I respect that. And at that point, there's no name.
Yeah.
Is 17 retired for you?
No.
Nice.
I don't think
Open for him.
It's like 1 through 10, and then like 15 for Munson.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And then 42. And that's it.
23. Mattingly, I think.
Mm-hmm.
55 Bernie, maybe. I don't know if he's retired. 21 is Paul O'Neill, maybe he's retired.
Yeah, but that's too high. He'll go for 17, or he'll go for his like fucking his Japanese number, which I forgot. It's like 15 or some shit. It's like mellow.
Matsui, he should be in the fucking Yankee shit. My man's a beast.
Ohtani's such a beast, bro.
Yeah.
Ohtani's such a beast. And now I think like the Angel, and you just said they're 2 games out, right? Now they're like getting into the playoffs, man. I really hope they don't. What about you?
Who?
The Angels. Because I feel like if they get into the playoffs, it gives Ohtani hope to stay.
Yeah.
And fuck that.
Mhm.
I don't want to see that dude as an Angel no more.
I feel bad for Trout, to be honest.
No, he wants it.
No, I feel bad for Trout, man.
He wants it.
Like, I don't think he really knows what he signed up for, and then now he feels some sort of obligation to want to stay there because of all the time that he's been there already, and already has done nothing with his career except for, personal statistic numbers.
Well, you know what's
Yeah.
crazy? I disagree. Because you don't see Mike Trout on a lot of like advertisements that much. You know what I mean? Maybe like 1 or 2 that he's probably like the bigger ones.
Mhm.
But like it seems like he doesn't even want the clout, like to come to New York, and you know what I mean? Like he's not even about that. Like
Yeah, but the thing is that, he should have been the face of baseball for a good amount of the past couple of seasons that passed.
I mean,
Like a good 5 where he's winning MVP on that Angels team that's barely making
I know.
500.
I know.
You know what
That's
I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like he's like, there's certain athletes that's out there, and I think we all know that sometimes they're there for the money. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? They don't really care if they're on a nice team or not. They're gonna get their personal run. They're gonna do what they do. They're gonna cash out them checks and be happy with that. But then there's other people that are actually like, that know they're close or on a quality team where you've seen in the past, like a Brady, like a Tim Duncan, where have notoriously, not even notorious because that's not even the right word, but often taking less money to be able to sign other players or keep stars there to continue to make runs on quality teams, knowing that every year you're one of the ones that's in it to win.
I do have to say
You know what I'm saying?
and because I agree with you with that mentality.
Mm-hmm.
But this generation, and it's probably only going to get worse from here on out.
Right.
It's not that, man. It's not
Yeah,
that.
you're right.
They're not.
Yeah, they're not. They don't got the same. I don't know if it's love. I don't want to doubt their love and shit like that. But the mentality of winning. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
It's
not there.
what we grew up on and seeing in like a Kobe with that Mamba mentality, and then even playing organized sports. And like, I remember playing organized sports when I was a kid. Like, if the game was on the line, I wanted the shot every time. Did I always get it? Not because I'm not the coach, and I realize, it is what it is. I might be mad, especially if my teammate might have missed it, on a personal level and everything like that. But that wanting to be better, step my game up so that if that opportunity comes again, I'm gonna be the one chosen. You know what I'm saying? For the play run for me, so we could get this shot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty decent in buzzer beaters in my life. You know what I'm saying? So I would want that thing, but not everybody wants that. Not everybody has that mentality. Not everybody wants that love, and I think we see that a lot more. Where you got a lot more players that know they got a skill, but really want to use it to do something else.
Well, I'll say this: they want what comes with the game, and the love for the actual game.
Yeah, like a Ben
dissipates,
Simmons,
or at least on their skill. Oh man, skill. At least on their scale, it's way different. You know what I mean? Than what we've seen in the past. And I think that honestly at this point, I feel like that whole like Tom Brady thing, like taking less money or whoever taking less money, you know what I mean? For the betterment of the team, bro. Like that's lost, bro. You know what I mean?
Anyway,
That's something that's lost. And like it ain't gonna happen no more, man.
well, we see what's gonna happen, honestly. Within the chase as the season winds down.
Like I said, as we get
We're about to hit the halfway mark.
yeah, and we get to trade deadline and shit, we're gonna start bringing up some scenarios, man. Like we have no choice. Like let's bring up some scenarios because I feel like I don't know, maybe Yankees on a less front because the Yankees are more on a waiting game than let's make a move game. You know what I mean? Because you're kind of just waiting for people to come back and get more into form. You know what I mean? The Mets, it's like we have some decisions to make, and the better idea we have and the clearer picture we have, the better. So
Right.
let me just where is it at? Where is it at? Okay. Yep. Report.
Yeah, so New York Baseball Report. We're gonna go through the rest of the league in terms of the wild card. NL Miami, who's been surprising one of those teams.
Well, fucking if you have somebody batting 600,
Yeah.
if you have Arias, bro,
Mm-hmm.
that dude's batting fucking like 400, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah. But Miami's killing.
Yep.
They're in fifth. Then you got the Dodgers behind them and San Fran behind them, only because Arizona came out of nowhere, and they're really wrapping things up. Atlanta got like the best record in baseball. But we got a tie in the Central with Cincinnati and Milwaukee, who have the exact same record.
Yo, can we talk about Cincinnati a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
After bringing up this dude and going crazy, like they just started winning. Yeah, they brought him up and like that's it. No, like they were like playing at like a just below 500 pace.
Yeah, no,
they bring up Dela Cruz. They go on like a fucking
we went into it. Yeah, we went into it, man. Like,
holy shit!
The way the ball comes off the battlefield, you see his highlights. All this shit is crazy.
It's fucking faster than lightning.
It's like his first game. He wins with a walk-off home run. His 15th game, he then hits for the cycle, like in the fucking major leagues, like just beast.
Talk about
the
truth.
What I'm saying? Like I think when you look at him, you're looking at. I mean, my man, like I said, I had brought it up last week, bro. I was talking about it with my man Swizz. Shout out to him. And he was like, yo, when you have a series, when you're going against Ronald Acuna from Atlanta, arguably the best player in baseball right now, and you outshine him for the series, that's saying something about your game and what the potential you have to be. Because
MLB young boy.
Yeah, because Cincinnati took one of those games. Atlanta was on a run, but one of those games was an L from Cincinnati, even though they still took the series. When you looked at it on paper in terms of who did what, the kid was top notch, and everybody was talking about what he could be, and he's dumb young.
Yo,
he's
bro.
the number one prospect, and it's like when you see this type of talent, you already know why. I think Cincinnati was ready,
and I haven't seen much. But personality-wise, he could really be like an all-time great. If you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like personality-wise, it seems like he's about the game.
Right.
Like the shit that we was just talking about.
Nah, he is.
I haven't seen much.
He got all the 5'2".
Yeah, bro. Don't hold me to it because it's still. But bro,
no, you can hold me to it.
Oh man,
no, you can hold
the trajectory this kid is.
Nah, he's looking like the next arguable $500 million.
It must be nice to be fucking trash for 20 years and actually get good picks.
Yeah.
Shitty Mets.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens with the Mets. They actually 9 out of the wild card. They're 9 games out.
Like I said, anything's possible. We still
even with Cincinnati and Milwaukee, because where they're tied for their division, they would still one of them would actually be 2 games out of the wild card.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a big thing to watch out for as they make their run. Trying to hold pace as long as the other 3 teams that we've seen in the wild card spots are able to hold suit. But I mean, you got other teams in between. Philly is only a game and a half out.
Yeah, man. You're really like, oh, it really is almost half the
Mhm.
league makes it to the playoffs.
Mhm.
So,
No, yeah.
like,
Now
just
that they
about, yeah.
changed
So,
it, now
like,
that they
those
changed it.
those little fights to get into those wild card positions, bro, it's gonna be there.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be there. Trust me. We're gonna be fucking depending on games we never depended on before in life. You know what I mean?
Right.
To have to fucking go a certain way. You're like, come on. Let's go Indians. Oh,
Right.
sorry, Guardians.
It'll be always Indians in our heart.
Let's go, man.
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
Major
the-
League.
Shout out to the native tribes.
Shout out Major League.
Shout out to all the real ones that was here. Indigenous.
Man, it's the 4th. Today is up the day.
It's actually the second. And I figured it out. Yeah, again, before we lose track too. You know what I mean? Get my shit back on, so because I don't know where the fuck I'm at.
It's all good.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Thanks a lot.
Take
bro.
your time, man. We finishing up with Babel.
Yeah, let's.
Finish up with the Babel Sesto.
Yeah, no,
I don't know what else-
I'm trying to find the free agents here for the NBA.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Let's get into that.
Let's do it.
Baloncesto?
Baloncesto. Free agents. See. Time. You know what I'm saying? It's basketball free agency time. And there's been a few things going on. Obviously, a lot of rumors, but we could break down what already happened.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go off rip, right?
Yeah, I got a list.
Let's go. Let's go. Go then. If you got
So
it.
we're gonna go through it. We got Eric Gordon, veteran guard. He signs with the Suns.
That's right now. That has to be right now.
Yeah, this is happening. Jordan Clarkson
Yes.
extends with the Jazz.
3 years, right?
3 year, 55
Yeah.
million.
There you go.
Mikal Bridges looking to sign a qualifying offer. Miles Bridges looking to sign a qualifying offer from Charlotte,
Didn't happen yet.
but not yet.
Got you.
Patty Mills, veteran guard, reportedly heading to Oklahoma City
All right. Well, he got a job.
from Brooklyn.
That's good.
Yeah.
He's occupied.
Lillard.
Who?
Lillard.
Who?
Let's pass Lillard for a second. I said Lillard. But LaMelo
Resign.
signs max contract to 65 years. I don't know if he's worth that though. I know he's.
It's basketball money though, man.
Yeah, I know. Sabonis takes the extension in the Kings.
Stays with
5
the
years, 217. Looks like Lopez stays with the Bucks.
Oh,
and so
yeah.
does Middleton.
2 years. 2 year
2
extension.
2-year deal. That's
Yeah.
right. Look at this guy. Reeves stays with the Lakers.
Oh yeah.
Westbrook stays with the Clippers.
Oh yeah.
D'Angelo Russell stays with the Lakers.
Might as well.
Might as well. Dylan Brooks goes to the Rockets,
Okay.
which they signed a couple of players.
Yeah.
for
Yes,
Rockets.
they did. That was
Rockets
they made
went
some
off. That
moves.
was one of them. Knicks wound up making a trade. We're gonna wait for that. Halliburton signs a max, 5 years, 260. Man, the Knicks could have
I
had
had him. I know.
Damn,
I'm gonna be
son.
slapped this
That
fucking
shit
table,
hurts.
bro. I know, bro. For what he did, man.
You see, you fucked up. You're like,
And we gonna
They fucked up.
and we gonna talk about the Pacers in a second some more. So go.
Mhm. Yeah, Pat Beverly is going to the Sixers.
He still got a job.
Jay
That's good.
Crowder is with the Bucks for 1 year.
That's a good piece.
Jock Landau
Oh,
goes to the Rockets.
bro.
I don't know who that is.
Landau.
Landau.
Good for him.
Jaden McDaniel goes to the Raptors. Mo Wagner stays to the Magic.
Okay. Good old Mo.
Jackson Hayes goes to the Lakers.
Interesting.
Yeah. They made some moves. With Hachimura, they had also
Yeah,
signed.
that's interesting. They got young. A weird young.
Oh, the Clippers signed Kenny Martin's son.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good move for them, I think. I
Mhm.
think he's nice. I had him a couple of weeks in fantasy, getting some quality minutes.
Did Shannon Sharp get moved? Maybe you'll see that.
Shaden?
Mhm.
I don't know.
You'll see it. Yeah.
From Portland, right?
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Thomas Bryant, he goes to the Heat now.
Well, we know what the Heat's waiting for.
Van Vliet,
Mm-hmm.
To the Rockets, Jeremy Grant stays, Kyrie stays, Cam Johnson stays, Kyle Kuzma stays.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted Kuzma. Draymond, like I had said, actually,
Mm-hmm.
we have brought it up what's going to happen, which I think you had 3 questions for me. We won't get into that. Porzingis, that was a big move to the Celtics. We talked about that last week. Bruce Brown going to the Pacers also. That could be big for them. That could be big for them. So let me hear what you
Oh,
got to
you
say.
didn't even say it.
What?
Oh, man.
Let me hear it.
And Obi Toppin goes to the Pacers.
You know why I said we was going to get back into that? I said we was going to get back into that. Yeah, because we're going to have an impromptu mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Knicks and Dimes. You know what I'm saying? Knicks and Dimes, right?
You didn't put in on this, man.
Knicks and Dimes.
Brought to you by those of us here at the Jones Hour, dropping jewels every fucking Sunday.
For now.
So it's every Sunday with a set time.
And it'll be brought to you by somebody else. Possibly.
Very
Or
soon.
not. Or yes.
Well, I don't know. But back to the Knicks. When we talk about it, I mean, I just feel like, they sold them short for what they got back for Obi. Only 2 second-round picks. I mean, I feel like if that's how little you felt about it, why not, you knew other teams was interested in him. Why not fucking just make it where you package him in a deal to get one of these superstar niggas? Like, I'm not really with getting Paul George or Dame Lillard or James Harden. That's a big no. I'm with Jaylen Brown. I'm with Brandon Ingram. I'm with Zion. I'm with maybe not really Zion because he's kind of got like the Paul George factor with it. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted Kuzma, but he already signed. But Jaylen Brown and Brandon Ingram, those are the 2 players that I feel. Go ahead, bring me your questions, bro. Because I know you wanted to bring up some questions.
Well, I will bring questions, but
go ahead.
Just a few things I just wanted to just add.
Let me hear.
The whole Obi shit, bro, that shit breaks my fucking heart,
Plus, we
bro.
signed his brother.
Bro, that shit breaks my heart. Why it breaks my heart is because we only got 2nd-round picks because our fucking coach decided not to fucking actually play him to show the world what he actually is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, or what he's capable of actually doing. So we got two second, and that fucking disappoints me because I'm like, yo, bro, we might as well have kept him.
He's gonna drop 40 on us.
The Pacers have stacked up real quick.
Mm-hmm.
That Halliburton shit you mentioned, we could have had him.
We could have drafted him.
You know what I mean? So like the Pacers, that shit. There's a lot of shit that's like real fucked up with this shit right now, man. The whole Knicks, and I just got to comment on it. Out of everybody you said, bro, I disagree with you. Only on one player because I feel like the person that we could probably utilize the most, even though he's injury prone, is Paul George. Given the layout of who's available and what's out there.
My problem is that like you wanted RJ in the deal. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is like, you could take Quick, you could take maybe Grimes and Toppin with 2 picks. You know what I'm saying? 3 young boys, 2 picks, you get PG. Now you got Brunson, RJ, PG, Randall, and Mitchell as your starting 5. You know what I'm saying? That's big. That's big time starting line. Go head to head against anybody that's full strength if we're 100% healthy. And your backup now, you got Josh Hart. He's your 6th man. You know what I'm saying? Hartenstein is the backup there. You got Jericho Sims that'll probably be moving more to the 4 for the defensive purposes on the stretch 4 on being able to guard some of those players. And then you've just got DiVincenzo.
So I feel you, but the reality of it, even though that sounds lovely, is RJ has to be part of the deal. He was gonna be part of the deal for Donovan Mitchell. Like he's already a piece to be given up. It's known. That's the reality of it, though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And that's the problem I have. That's part of the problem that I have.
But like
part of it. Like I'm a big RJ fan. I
gotta say this. So if we were to get,
he's only 22, 23, and he's shown a lot of potential, and he showed that in the playoffs.
If we were to trade for BI, you don't think RJ's part of that deal too?
No.
Really?
I think the players that I said, like if we would have
Because
gave
Toppin's
up,
gone, so
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. If we would have kept Toppin, we would have gave up Toppin, we could have gave up quickly, and we could have gave up even Mitchell Robinson or Grimes. You know what I'm saying? Those 3 players while keeping RJ plus 2 first-round picks to 3 first-round picks.
Yeah.
And that's the deal. That's the deal. If we want to get money involved, we keep one of those players out and we add Fournier in. You know what I'm saying? We got to get Fournier out.
listen,
You know, we got to eat that contract. You know, so it could be a sign and trade with Brandon Ingram to get them from New Orleans. I'm with doing that.
at this point,
But now with RJ, it's to add to RJ. Brandon, if the same scenario that I just brought in, and now you put a Brandon Ingram instead of PG in the starting lineup, and now he's your 3 and your RJ is the 2. You know what I'm saying? And you got Randall Mitchell
But
still, or Jericho, or whoever it is.
this is what I'm saying. I feel like RJ, if a move is to be made for a move like that, RJ is gonna have to go, bro. I think, like, I'm not saying it's not possible. Obviously, like, a deal could be a deal. You know what I mean? And people could like swing in and things can happen. Like, we did get 2 extra more second-round picks and all that. Like, shit is possible.
Right.
But the landscape of what people are asking for, RJ is gonna have to be part of the deal. I'm like, it's gonna have to be something to that caliber for one of these players. Now, it's a different conversation. And should we do it? Now should we do it now? Should we give up RJ and all these picks for somebody like PG or somebody like BI? You know what I mean?
I'm more prone to do it for BI because I mean we already see the history of PG's injuries. You know what I'm saying? We already seen the history of that.
Yeah, but
And he hasn't played a full season since Indiana, basically. You know, and you know he's money on the court. You know, and you know what, and I give the money up and be okay with the trade if it was like, yo, you're guaranteed he's gonna miss 30 games every year, but he's gonna be there for the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But with him, you never know. You know, like if you could eat 30 regular game seasons, you know what I'm saying? Regular season games with PG. It could be the first 30, it could be the middle 30, it could be towards the back end 30, and he only plays the last 10
but you
games.
feel like BI's proved that?
I think he's younger and has a lot more potential with that of being able to be the man.
Yeah, but so my whole thing is that if we're gonna
It's
make
a position thing.
if
That's
we're-
what it is for me.
right, but if we're gonna make a move like this, like obviously it's a push, right? We're trying to push
To get it done.
to get somewhere, right?
Mhm.
BI, the whole potential thing is what kind of scary. Like obviously, like we go to Zion, obviously there's other things that scare me with that, but it's also a thing of the potential. You know what I mean? It's like, well, are we in that position
Mhm.
to wait on it? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, we're in that position to wait one more year. We're in that position to make one more year because the next year we do have a lot of these first round picks. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? In the next draft. And who knows what that might lead to, you know, where we could package something up and get a bigger player or actually sign somebody. I mean, you know, contracts are going to expire, money's going to free up. You know, we lost Rose.
people are gonna be unhappy.
Yeah, and hopefully we could cash in on one of those.
Yeah, please.
That's what I want.
Giannis.
And Santa Cooper. You can live right on my block, man.
Yo, that'd be
It's
nice.
nice houses over there.
That'd be nice.
I'll come through with a 6-pack. We got a spot for you right there in the corner. You'll be the 3rd member.
No Milwaukee beer.
Be the 4th member, actually.
That'd be crazy. That'd be fire.
Oh, we got you a little Milwaukee's best or something.
We gotta
And
get
I
some,
feel like
we gotta
feel
get
like
some New York shit.
Yeah, Corona. That's New York shit. Corona with a lime.
But so I did have three.
Split star.
I did have 3 questions.
What's the
What's the split? The 3 questions. Let's start with 1. Out of what has happened so far, what is the trade that you like the least? That you think is probably not going to work out the way they think it's going to work out?
Honestly, surprising enough, I think it's the Chris Paul to Golden State.
Okay.
I think that trade is probably not going to work out as much as the way that they think they could see it when they made the move. I mean, obviously Chris Paul's on the decline. I think he's getting ready to be that backup player role. I mean, when Curry's healthy, he's on that court, and we already know what he could do. I mean, can Golden State afford to have both of them at the court at the same time? you know, because I felt like Jordan Poole was quality in terms of the minutes that he could give you, especially scoring wise, because he had some big games.
Right.
He had some 20, 30-point games, maybe even 40 throughout the season, where he was able to eat up some of those points that you lacked from your other stars like Clay, like Steph, like Draymond. You know what I'm saying? But they went the other route. They extended Draymond. They let Poole go, and they picked up Paul. And I don't know if Paul is going to necessarily fit right into what Golden State is giving the players in the roster that they have. So I feel that.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. What is the trade that you think is going to work out the best that's happened so far for each, respective teams?
Actually, I think it's top into Indiana.
Wow.
I think they're a young and upcoming team. You know what I'm saying? The way they play with that run with them young guys going back and forth like Halliburton, like Ben Mathurin or whatever you say, however you say his name is, that he's a rookie this year. Somebody else on their team. They got Buddy Hield, right? They made that Sabonis trade. You know what I'm saying? So they got, some other players. They got a nice center that wind up stepping up.
This
I can't
Turner?
think of it. Turner, Miles Turner, that's right. Thank you. So, I mean, they got pieces, and I think Obi playing that forward position with them, being able to do what he do, being able to jump the way he can, and,
I think it opens up.
challenge shots and open up the run
Yeah.
on the fast break. I mean, we've seen what he's able to do when he gets into that open court. Like, there's not too many people that could even jump with him in the league.
We watched
When
enough.
he gets full speed.
Yeah, I think
You know what I'm saying?
I think we've seen enough Indiana games to see that if you put a person of Obi Toppin's caliber on that team,
Mhm.
it spaces the floor a different way that they haven't had that type of athlete, right? If I'm wording this correctly, on that team. You know what I mean? They have their big guys. You know what I mean? They have Halliburton who could create his own shot and shoot from three. But to have kind of like a high flyer like Obi Toppin, I think it's gonna space it's good. That team's gonna look a little different. Is all I'm gonna say.
Mhm.
I mean,
No,
at least
they are.
which could be
I
better.
think they'll definitely be close to that top playing spot.
Okay.
Like I said.
Okay.
If not a 6.
Okay. And my third question, final question. What trade, basically your fantasy trade, what would you see like to happen? I'm sure we're going the next route. But in general, what trade would you like to see happen?
For me, honestly, it's not one person in particular. It's just the thought of any superstar coming to fill in that one role of the big three that we would have with Brunson and Randall. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know a player in particular, but one of those top players, like a Devin Booker or something, like that you got his jersey on, right? I mean, not him per se, but someone that could fill that 2 or 3 role. I mean, that's what I feel we are. I feel like we're one starting player away from being a legitimate contender with the type of depth that we have on the bench, also with the assets that we have to use, where we won't even deplete our bench that much. You know what I'm saying? Where we'll still have formidable players to fill in the roles based on all the players that we might give up in a big trade or something like that. But, I mean, it was up to me to be honest. Giannis. I would love for Giannis to be
Make that
Doncic
happen.
or Luka. You know what I'm saying? Luka. Luka comes to New York and fill that 2 role with Brunson, RJ, Randall, Mitch. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's just probably personal reasons probably why that might have conflict, but actual basketball reasons, that would be great.
Yeah.
Because Brunson did leave Luka for this whole reason.
But he didn't want that. But it was kind of more like
no, he did because he wanted to run his team.
No, I understand that, but it was also more with the running lines. I think the way that the team was run and what they was running to build around and what that was. I think the game plan was always to play through Luka, even when Brunson showed that he probably deserved some of those plays in Luka's absence, especially throughout the playoffs also. But at the same time, you have a star in your hands, and you don't want people to feel a certain way. And that's that's a
Yeah.
certain
I
problem with
know.
certain players.
I feel you, but that's looking at it. I feel like from that outside a little bit because he could no, but like he could but he clearly like left there for a reason. If you want to chill with Luka and be like, yo, he is a superstar, like how we're looking at it or how you're saying it, he'll be like, nah, bro, I don't want to go and run my own team. You know what I mean? I'll do this and be a 2 guard and be that. He did it. He obviously chose it. That's why I feel like the whole Luka or whoever, it doesn't have to be Luka. If there's a ball dominant like James Harden, which hell fucking no, please God no. But somebody like him whose mentality is looking for that, because apparently that's why he wants out of Philly, because he felt like he didn't have the ball, like it wasn't the plays wasn't going through him. So that's what nah, bro. We don't need you. We got that already. We need somebody who I just wanted to shout back out. I think, even though you disagree, is like a Paul George. Like, yeah, you fucking played 50 games. The whole playing in the playoffs or not, that's just a flip of a coin. We better just hope that you get hurt at the right time if you get hurt. You know what I mean?
Like it's not worth it.
In my eyes, it is because you say BI or somebody to that caliber, it's like, well, they haven't really proven it to me either. If BI's been injury riddled, last season too. I mean, the only thing you're banking on him is potential. So I would just go with somebody that I know would, if he's hurt, would still put up 50 games and possibly the playoffs, and is a 3-and-D guy and has proven himself to, show up in big moments. Yes, he is older, but we ain't trying to get a 10-year contract in here. You know what I mean? Like, if we're gonna make the trade,
but you can't give him a max either. That's
probably not. Probably not. Mm-hmm. It depends, also, how much you give up, but it also
he's owed like 40 and 50 million over the next.
No, definitely, but once again, it's the trajectory that we have our mentality in. We're trying to make a run. Well, then we need the piece to make the run. Right. Are we going to wait and sit on it? You know what I mean? And see if the potential. Then yes, then I would go with you. Like you go for the younger players. You know what I mean? You go with somebody like Zion, even though he's injury prone, obviously. But you would go with him because of the potential, and I agree. But based on our pieces now, bro, how long do you think we have left of a window?
No, yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
So, the window is small.
That's.
I'm not saying that. Look, I want a PG caliber player. I just don't know if I necessarily want PG because of the injuries.
I got you.
That's where
I got you.
I want the same type of player that PG is. That's going to be with the same type of numbers and everything like that. But I want him to play 60 to 70 games a game.
I got
with
you.
The playoffs.
But who is that for sure? That's out there for potential to get.
Oh, to get? I don't know.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Based on what's out there right now in terms of who's acquirable, if we were to make a move, I think PG, in my opinion, PG. And that was just my point on that last question of who I would like. And just to add real quick on one trade, I think that was a fuck up. The Porzingis trade. I think that's not going to play out the way Boston sees it. And I think Marcus Smart is only Marcus Smart on Boston for some reason. I don't know what's telling me that. But I feel like him on another team is going to be a little different. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I feel like it's not going to work out the way the Grizzlies think it's going to work out. It's just on that one.
We'll get to find out. The first 3 days of free agency, we see it probably calms down now for a little bit now that we're in the Independence Day. Mm-hmm. Shout out to America. You know what I'm saying? But do you got anything else?
I don't.
Me neither.
I don't.
So, shout out.
We miss you, bro.
Shout out to Antacid, Baby Acid in the fucking
building. You already know. Shout out to Baby Acid B. Shout out to Josh.
Baby got 2 uncles already.
Mrs. Acid.
Yeah, shout out to Mrs. Acid. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming up next. I can't wait for my baby boy to come soon. Shout out to my baby girl T. Holding it down. Love you, girl. You know what time it is. You know what I mean? I gotta love Joe. Oh! Because we're here now. But another one wrapped in the books.
You ready,
exactly an hour. We're going to start to make an exact time. Because we need everybody to fuck with us and tune in. Everybody.
Oh, yeah. Y'all going to see why.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Y'all ready?
Y'all already know. Shout out to Kush. Welcome back, baby.
Thank you, bro. Shout out to Jones. Love you, bro. Glad to be back. Kush_Talk_Radio, man. We got some things in the kitchen for y'all, man.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, fucking gangster.
Happy fall, all we all. Happy fall.
Every day. Happy 4th to everybody. I already know. Turn up if you're having a barbecue. Hit me up. I want to come through. I just want a piece of chicken. One piece of chicken. Maybe a rib. Maybe a burger. Maybe
Some chicharrón.
Oh,
De pollo.
boy. Stop the live too. Scroll down. Yeah, scroll down.
I tried.
There goes that stream.